Hi and welcome to Spin Bin. About a year ago, the Queensland Government increased royalties on coal. So if you dig up coal in Queensland, under some circumstances, you're going to have to pay a little bit more money than you did prior to June 2022. Since then, the coal industry has put out attack ads attacking the Queensland Government for this change in policy, and that's what we're going to be having a look at in the Spin Bin today.
When the Queensland Government increased royalty taxes to 5 times New South Wales without warning, economists warned investors would lose trust in Queensland, and they have. Already over $2 billion of investment has been cancelled, costing over 2,000 jobs. And another $100 billion of mining investments, including minerals needed for renewable energy, may be at risk. To keep Queensland competitive, the government must reconsider.
All right, so there's a lot to unpack in that 30 seconds. There's a hell of a lot of spin. And let's go right back to the top.
When the Queensland Government increased royalty taxes...
All right, royalty taxes. So are they royalties or are they taxes? Because they're actually not the same thing. Royalties are what a mining company, or sometimes other kinds of companies too, pay the owners of a resource, in this case coal, for the rights to extract it. It's like a baker paying for flour, it's like a builder paying for bricks, it's a producer paying for their inputs. Whereas a tax is something that a government has imposed on some kind of activity purely for revenue raising, or perhaps to encourage or discourage some kind of economic activity. So royalties are not taxes. So when the Queensland Resources Council kick it off with a criticism of royalty taxes, actually they're upset about royalties. They've just put tax on there because they know that that sounds like a bad word that people don't like. All right, so here's where the real spin comes in. To claim that Queensland's coal royalties are 5 times higher than New South Wales, what they've had to do is compare a marginal rate with an average rate. So Queensland's coal royalty system is different, with higher rates applying when coal prices are higher, whereas the New South Wales rate is the same all the time. So it's mathematically wrong to compare a marginal rate to an average rate, but all you need to know is that until coal sells for over $200 a tonne, which is pretty rare, then it's actually cheaper for the coal producers to operate in Queensland than in New South Wales. So it's completely misleading to claim that Queensland royalties are even higher than New South Wales in any conditions under $200 a tonne, and even at the best of times, this is just not true. Economists warned that investors would lose trust in Queensland, and they have. Wow, economists warned that, did they? I looked up who these guys were. They're actually not economists. They're investment bank analysts who are advising investors. They're not advising governments on how to run the economy. And what did they really say? One of them said, there's a strong possibility that higher royalties will make some Queensland coal projects uncompetitive. So he wasn't really talking about the whole Queensland economy. The other one said that he saw a risk that the royalty changes will impact new mine investment in the medium term. So they weren't talking about the whole Queensland economy at all. They were talking about a potential risk to some mining projects. And so have mining investors deserted Queensland? Well, not according to the Australian Bureau of Statistics data on mining exploration expenditure, which is actually at an all-time high in March 2023.
$2 billion of investment has been cancelled, costing over 2,000 jobs. And another $100 billion of mining investments, including minerals needed for renewable energy, may be at risk.
This sounds bad, but who actually said this? I can't find the sources that they've quoted here, and in fact I wrote to the Queensland Resources Council asking for the sources, and they never wrote back. But regardless of what the sources are, we just saw that mining exploration investment is actually up, and in terms of jobs, when the royalty changes came in, there were 2,794,700 people employed in Queensland, and according to the ABS, there are now 2,870,000. So jobs have gone up, mining investment's actually gone up. There's absolutely no case here to claim that the Queensland coal royalty changes have led to any kind of decline in investment or any kind of decline in jobs in Queensland. So there you have it. Away from the spin, Queensland actually changed its coal royalties policy, raising an extra $5 billion for the public that they're using to fund social services, hospitals, football grounds, things that Queensland voters actually want. It's no wonder that the coal industry is having a whinge, but this is $5 billion that's going to Queenslanders, not to multinational coal companies.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to keep up to date with all our latest research and work, sign up to our newsletter. Delivered every fortnight, it includes behind-the-scenes updates from Richard Dennis, an exclusive cartoon from Judy Horacek, details for our upcoming events and webinars, as well as explainers, graphs, and not to mention the latest cutting-edge research and analysis from the team here on the key issues that are facing Australia. Click the button on your screen to check it out.